Yay. All right. Welcome. Thank you for coming tonight to learn about just the roots of so many different things of blood sugar balance, inflammation, and gut health. And I'm going to share just real quick a little bit about my story, background, how I came to find Plexus, and what it's done for our family. And so, um, what happened was my husband had IBS for um, decades really, and we tried so many different things, Western pharmaceutical to natural, and we just could not get his quality of life better. It either would make it worse or sort of just hang where it was. So then we heard about Plexus. I had been studying gut health for years at that point, and we jumped in, sort of like a last ditch effort, and he basically, sorry, the dog in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear, but he had the best improvement out of anything we had tried, and so that was amazing and answered a prayer. And so then my 3-year-old at the time, my oldest, she had really bad allergies, food allergies, and we had EpiPen, Benadryl. So I took the Triplex and dosed it to her body weight. And then fast forward 2 years, she was 5, did her blood work, and the pediatrician said that her blood work was the cleanest she had seen in her 20 years of practice. What were we doing? Were we eating all organic? And I was like, no, can't quite afford that yet. But what I told her what we were doing gut health wise, she knew about Plexus. She said it's doing amazing. So now she's now 6, almost 7. She can eat whatever she wants. Accidentally has gotten a peanut. I just give her a bio cleanse, and it works better than Benadryl because we've healed so much of her body, so many root issues. It's been amazing. And so for me, it was fatigue, inflammation, brain fog. Did I mention I was tired a lot? Like that normal mommy tired that they talk about all the time, y'all. It's not normal, come to find out. And so it just helped me with that, with weight that I couldn't get off from having 2 kids. I had actually just had a baby, and I had a newborn, started taking the supplements. It helped her gut, helped her sleep better as a baby. She has the best immune system of us all, having been on it most of her life being breastfed. And so it helped with my hormones and recovering from just life as a woman, and it's just been such a blessing. And so we were actually on food stamps and Medicaid at the time, and so I told my husband if we didn't invest in our health, then we had to do something to move the needle forward. Then nothing was going to change, and so then we invested. We're on food and Medicaid at that time, started sharing with everyone, found out like 90% of my friends had chronic health conditions from migraines, autoimmune, thyroid issues, allergies, skin conditions, and all that I started to find out was linked to gut health. So I started sharing, and now fast forward 3 years, it pays for our rent, it is pays for our supplements, it pays for bills, and we're on track to hit 6 figures this year. And so I'm just really excited. God answered, the 2 things we go to bed worried about, which is health and finances, and God answered them surprisingly in this. And so it's just been such an amazing blessing. And I'm excited to share how it all works with you guys tonight. But I wanted real quick to let Angela share a little bit of her testimony tonight as well.
Hi, everybody. So thank you, Deardra. That's awesome. I love your story. And so what happened for me, I was one of those people that would say I'm completely healthy. I was raised being an athlete in karate. And as a grown up, I've really been particular about what I eat and what I put in my body. I wouldn't have thought I needed a lot of help, to be honest. I've done a lot of different supplement companies and other businesses. And I eat super clean. And honestly, I'd gotten to where going into being a health coach, I had cut out sugar and dairy and all the things. So I felt like, hey, I'm good, and I had corrected some things in my body, but still there was things, and I really wasn't even willing to talk about it with people. I just thought it was normal. Kind of like you said, being tired, having mom brain, some of those things I just didn't think about. Honestly, until I felt better. So what happened though for me before I was even willing to try this was that I had realized more and more my joints were hurting with workouts, and I wasn't recovering with hip pain or shoulder pain, and then started having stiffness in my hands and stuff like that. And then had some issues happen where I got something stuck in my throat, got esophagitis, and the inflammation got worse. And I also had candida and struggled with some things every cycle that came around or different times like that. I would notice flare ups in my body. Again, it just seemed like nothing else worked, but I just ignored that because I'm healthy and I'm good and I'm eating right. So I reached out to Deardra and I was like, okay, so I do need to try these probiotics. I've seen all these testimonies, and maybe they'll be better than the other ones I've tried. And I already eat really clean and there's nothing really wrong. But when you dug a little deeper, there really was some things going on. And then I admitted to her too, I started having a lot of pain, like arthritis type pain. Once I checked with several friends that have arthritis, I didn't go get diagnosed, but major pain in my hand, joints, wrists, fingers, throbbing. I was up all night. I got to where worse and worse it got. So I couldn't sleep good. It started affecting me not being able to do my workouts, and all this had started worse after my throat thing that happened. So fast forward to Plexus and getting started 2 weeks in, I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's right. This is what it's like to feel normal. Like the mom brain's not there. And I'm like feeling better homeschooling my son who's 9. And I was realizing that I was getting balanced because my hormones and all of that had been out of whack, that I didn't even realize how much. And with the issue that happened, I knew that my body was out of whack, but it was like, I had realized I hadn't been normal in a while. So it just kept getting better from there. And I just kept feeling more and more like the old me, like the me that felt younger, just like, oh, I feel young again. I feel better again. I feel like I'm in a better mood and I'm like, I'll do stuff more. And fast forward to 5 weeks in, and I was just like, again, feeling even better. The product's working more. And I was excited more so and had started sharing with some others. And my husband started on the products. And then I started having all the aches and pains go away, y'all. And like my elbows that were not recovering from things and joints and all the pain was going away. And I was so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm sleeping without the problems. I'm driving and doing my workout again, y'all. And then even beyond that, now here I am 3 months in, and even better, it just gets better and better with these products because they're dealing with the root. And so I feel like they've worked better the longer that I'm on them, rather than other products I've tried in the past. Maybe you would feel something initially, but it got to where it didn't work as well. Do you see what I'm saying? But like these are different. They might be actually subtle changes at first. For some people, it's not subtle as much, but for me it was. But they've gotten better, and I just feel great. And my son, who's 9, who had allergy issues, major flare-ups with his eye from the pollen, I was having to do Benadryl, kind of like you were talking about. And since I started actually giving him some of the probiotic and BioCleanse, and his eyes went to normal, he wasn't itching like they were. Didn't have to give him Benadryl anymore. And he told me, Mom, I wasn't able to go to the bathroom, but now I'm going to the bathroom more. And this was something that he didn't tell me before, but it was just awesome to see that happen. And my husband's had results, and both of us have lost inflammation too. He lost 14 pounds of inflammation in 8 weeks, and started feeling, I think it was month 2 for him. He was like, I just feel clean on the inside. I feel like so much better, and our energy and our sleep and all of those things. So, I mean, I could go on and on. I don't want to be too long on here, but these products have really balanced things out with our hormones, with our blood sugar, with our gut health, to where it's like, okay, this is actually getting to the root. And those digestive things and stuff that I had only eaten really, really strict, it's beginning to change those things more than just strict eating was doing. And even like I just noticed it quicker. I was like, okay, this is awesome. So, but yeah, so I'm going to let you go into more about the products.
That's awesome. I love your story. It's so good. And I love how it helps the whole family because everyone has a gut. And so, yeah, so our key our flagship piece is called the Triplex. It's a combination of 3 products, and I'll go through and just explain exactly what it does and what they do. So really, we're looking at things working synergistically together to addressing these root issues of blood sugar balance, gut health, and inflammation. When you do that synergistically, you have amazing results. With natural healing, the equation is time and consistency. And when you do those over a long enough period of time, you're giving your body what it needs to be able to heal itself. And that's how God designed it, for our bodies to be able to heal themselves. And so when we take the things of the earth and we give the proper nutrition, it's just amazing what happens. So we have first Slim, which balances blood sugar. It helps you you can gain weight, lose weight. It should be called balance. It helps balance your body. And so it looks like if you don't have good balanced blood sugar, it looks like irritability, poor sleep, hangry, sugar cravings. I used to eat a pan of brownies every 4 days when I was first starting, and that I don't even want brownies anymore. It's amazing, y'all. And so in it has a prebiotic, which helps grow beneficial bacteria up to 300 times. And that's just really incredible because it helps just everything. And so it has antioxidants. So insulin is your master hormone. And that's when we're talking about blood sugar balance, we're talking about insulin. So that affects every other hormone. And from our just modern day culture, the daily stress we have, and our food, which typically is higher in sugar, then that affects our insulin. So this just comes in, helps balance it, helps your body start to work optimally. So what you see with Slim is you see a change in cravings, you see better sleep, you see mood, you see a boost in energy. And there's 2 different types. They have one that's called hunger control, which helps, it's just added fiber, so it keeps you fuller longer. And then you have the microbiome one, which I was just talking about. So now we move into gut health. Now, everyone is born with a little bit of yeast, and scientists can only figure out the reason we are born with it is to help decompose us when we die. So when we have like antibiotics or other medications or stress just come in, it affects our microbiome, our gut. And so what happens is now you're supposed to have 80% good, 20% bad. So if that flips and you have 80% bad and 20% good, you start having that yeast poking little holes in your digestive tract and creating leaky gut. You might have heard that. And so this powerful duo I call is what really helps the gut. You have the probiotic, it's called Probio 5. So what that does, the yeast has sort of a shell as strong as like a cockroach or the shell of a shrimp. So it has digestive enzymes and antifungals in there to go in and crack that shell and kill it. So it's like a garden. If you think about weeds that you have and think about all the probiotics you've taken, you're like, I'm not really feeling anything. Well, if you're throwing a bunch of seeds at a bunch of weeds, the weeds are going to win every time. So here, what we're doing is we're de-weeding and we're seeding at the same time. And so the difference between our probiotic and anyone else on the market is it is freeze dried. So it's shown in studies to make it all the way to the colon, which is the hardest place to repopulate your good bacteria. And so you'll see a boost in immune system because that's where 70% of your immune cells are made, are in your gut. You see better digestion, better mood, better sleep, just overall health really up. And then you pair it with BioCleanse, and don't worry, it's not a colon cleanse. It's a cleanse on a cellular level. And it's a magnesium supplement. It will help move the GI tract, but most of us are deficient in magnesium, and that helps with 300 enzyme processes, which is really important for our body. And so they've coupled extra O2 oxygen with it. So as it hits the GI tract, it goes and starts to oxygenate the blood. It cleanses on that cellular level and gets out viruses, bacteria, fungi. It's great. So what you'll see with adding that is you'll see also a boost in your immune system. You'll see regular bowel movements, cleaner cells, help with allergies, just help with any leaky gut causes. And so think of the BioCleanse as like, or the ProBio 5 is like cleaning the toilet, and then the BioCleanse is flushing it and help removing the stuff you just pulled off that toilet. And so that's our Triplex combo. And a lot of times I have people add what's called X Factor Plus. It's because we have such a gap in our nutritional diet, that just the way they grow food and medication, actually certain medications can block the absorption of vitamins and minerals. And so there's just a lot going on. And so it's an aloe base, so it allows the body to absorb nutrients, which is really good. And hold on, it's fully methylated and bioavailable. So I was checking my notes, making sure I didn't forget anything. And so have you ever taken like a multivitamin and you see like the bright color after you go pee in the potty? Sorry, I didn't know how to say it any other way, but that's actually your body flushing things it can't absorb. So with the aloe base, it helps you actually absorb it. It has 19 essential vitamins and minerals. And what you can see is also a boost in energy because you're getting the vitamin Bs you need. You're helping see an additional support in your cellular regeneration. This specifically helps also with menopause because of the grapeseed extract in it. It is fabulous for helping in hormones. And so we also have things like skincare, a kids line that is amazing, nutritious shakes, workout recovery things. But our core thing that we really love to talk about is the gut health. And so, every 90 days, your cells regenerate. So that's why that time and consistency is so important. And that's why you see this work a lot differently than, like Angela was saying, than other companies, because of that synergistic effect. They're always addressing inflammation, blood sugar balance, and gut health at the same time. And it's super powerful. So it's not a quick fix, but it is an amazing fix your body just absolutely loves. So go ahead, Angela. She's going to talk about one more product that is absolutely amazing that she has a testimony with. So go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the Ease. And it's the one that I'm like, you always want on hand. Okay. And so I'm on the Triplex. I started with the Triplex, added in the Ease, and will never go back because the Ease has got the New Zealand lipid muscle in it. I don't know if you've heard about it. As long as you don't have a shellfish allergy, you should get on the Ease. It is amazing. And it is hands down the best for beating out any other anti-inflammatory medication. It's beat out all the other NSAIDs that people have tried, right? They've done studies and actually seen and proven in these long-term studies that it works better. But this is the thing. So it's going to help when you have any kind of autoimmune disease going on in your body. You need to get the Ease 100%. As long as you, like I said, don't have the shellfish allergy, you need to get it. Because what happens is your body, it doesn't break down and process through the proteins like it should be. And it's getting stuck in your joints and between your muscles. And it's causing all the inflammation, the aches, the pains, the arthritis, all of those things. And fibromyalgia, by the way, and all of those arthritis. This is key to add this into what you're doing. And this is going to help move those out of your body and reduce that inflammation. But this is also going to help bloating and swelling and the puffiness and like my ring fitting better and my ankles not being swollen. And I lost actually 7 pounds, or no, was it 7? Yeah, it was 7 pounds in like a week and a half because I had so much inflammation in my body, y'all, from the stuff that was going on. And I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so much better, y'all. This is amazing though, for feeling better. Like I said, also workout recovery, helping your joints to recover better. But I get people on this, even if they just want to not be as bloated and like lose that inflammation, So I'm just checking my notes here. It's going to also help with the recovery time for your injury. Like if you have surgery or something like that, it's going to help with that as well. So this is a key product that if any of those things you are dealing with, you want to add this into the Triplex. It's amazing. Did you have anything else to add before?
No, that's
okay.
You want to share the rest of your testimony? But
Yeah. So when I got into this, I was like, products only. I'm not doing the business. And because I've done other businesses, y'all, and people that know me can attest to that. And I hadn't done anything in like 2 years, except for some stuff myself, because like I do coaching for people and just different things like that. But anyway, part of it was I wasn't dreaming again for that area of my life. Like I used to have these dreams to be like, not to be at the top of a company for the sake of money and all this stuff. Honestly, I'm not all about the American dream so much. I'm about the Father's dream over my life, and what does God have for me, and what does He want us to do with ministry. And but if it's going to fund the kingdom and do those kind of things to help us out, and I love to give. My dad has always been a giver, and I had this heart to give, and those things were something I loved, to be a part of something where I'm able to be a part, help more. And also for my husband to be able to help him out, because we could do so much more for the kingdom if he wasn't having to do the stressful job he's working right now. And anyway, I put those dreams to the side. I was like, not the business. But as I began to feel so good, and I just naturally was mentioning it to a few people, they were asking me about it. And y'all, every woman, man, and child has a gut. So pretty much everybody can use these products, and everybody's worried about at least like one of these two things, either finances, right? Especially after 2020, or they're worried about their health. And we have the answer to both here. So as I was realizing that more and more, y'all, I was like, this is a no-brainer. Like, I'm just wanting to share with people. And on top of that, I wanted to get my products covered. So at first it was like, well, I found out that you can get some bonuses when you sign 3 people up. And just think about it this way, just sharing with your mom, your sister, your spouse, or somebody like that, right? You could be helping them feel better and then getting back money in your pocket, thank you money from the company. So it's an awesome referral system. So I did that. And then the next thing I know, I had 12 people in a week and a half wanting to get started. Next thing I knew, I double bonus. And that's happened every month. And I've been like, what are you saying, God? And I realized He was opening up dreams again in my heart, y'all. Like now I realize this is amazing. This is like something God has given to us to help people feel their best, so we can work the kingdom even better, right? So we're not sick anymore. We're not feeling down anymore. And we have resources to be able to do the things God's called us to do. So let me just ask you this real quick. If you could, whatever you want, feel like you're supposed to be doing in your life, if you could go anywhere or do anything or be anything, and you have a dream in your heart, if you were to take away, like, don't worry about finances, don't worry about any of that, what would you want to do? What would it be in your heart that if finances were not an issue, right? Or time wasn't an issue. And I want you to dream again, because we have something here that might could help you with that as well. You might just be interested in the products. You might have some people you want to help, and you can get back thank you money to cover your products. But you also might want to jump in with us, because my Deardra, and she started here on food stamps, and here she is now about to make 6 figures, right? If you haven't already. And then Michelle, who's above Deardra, is about to hit the second highest rank in the company and double her income. And it's going to be surpassing, I think it already has surpassed where her husband's at. And so here I am, like 2.5 months in, and I'm already making, I got several thousand in my paycheck. And I was like, what in the world? Like, I thought I was just going to get a couple products paid for. And now I'm just realizing the ranks are happening. And again, it's not about that so much, but how many people can I affect? How many people can I bless? And so that's what I just want to just show you, is the business is real. You really can get your products covered. You really can help people here. And there is amazing deals this month. Before we wrap it up, I have to tell you this. You can get started, y'all, for 10% off with the discount code that whoever invited you on here, get back to them. They'll share with you how you can save right now, but also, and so the starting cost is even lower for the wholesale account. And you can get amazing wholesale costs right now for as little as $9.95, y'all. And it's normally like $40 for the year, but it's so much lower right now. And you get that discount. And just sharing with 3 people, you can make like almost $400 back in your pocket just for sharing with 3 people. So even again, like if you just want to help a few people to get your cover your products, and also to help them, then you can do that and they can do the same thing too. But if you also want to jump in, y'all, this is a real opportunity. We do have a 60-day money back guarantee. Nobody's stuck in anything. It's not a risk. And we have real products that are changing lives for real. So many of my friends, okay, my friend who's a farmer, and I'm going to wrap it up here. She lives down the road, Kingdom Ministry. She just wanted to have her arthritis go away. Well, guess what? It's happening. Her arthritis is like gone, and she's not having night sweats anymore, and she's lost weight, and she feels amazing. Her husband's not falling asleep at the tractor anymore. And then they're sharing it with all their friends, and now she's like, oh my gosh, I love this, because we have an amazing team, amazing culture, and we love helping people. So anyway, that's pretty much it. And if y'all, again, if you want to get started on either side or both, reach out to whoever invited you here, because we're just excited. The Lord is doing amazing things in this team. We are one of the fastest growing teams in the whole company. So it's the time to jump in.
Yes, thank you. That's awesome. And it's so true. Get back with the person who invited you, and thank you for taking time tonight. And we have an amazing week. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.